A shuffle in programs at St. Joe's Care Group could possibly lead to more detox beds for Thunder Bay. Good evening and thank you for joining us. St. Joseph's Care Group is paving the way for a potential expansion of their detox program. They're swapping the Balmoral Center Addiction Care Program with the Crossroads Center for pre- and post-treatment, moving withdrawal services into the much larger building on Oliver Road. Lee Noonan has a story and she joins us in studio. Lee?
Hi, thanks, Riley. The swap will mean a lot more space for detox services, and although Crossroads will be in a much smaller building, officials with St. Joe's say it shouldn't mean a reduction in services. St. Joseph's Care Group just took over management of the Crossroads program at the end of March. This fall, the 25-bed withdrawal management program at the Balmoral Center will be moving into the much bigger Crossroads building on Oliver Road. The two programs will coexist there while St. Joe's renovates the Balmoral Center, which will become the new home of the Crossroads program next summer.
At this time, we're really focusing on the move of those two programs. What I can say is in the future, it will allow us opportunity for growth and new opportunities for program expansion.
Andrea Docherty is St. Joe's Vice President of Clinical and Community Health. She says the 24,500 square foot Crossroads building is underutilized right now, operating about 20 beds where there's space for 40. With the move to Sibley Drive, they expect to maintain a 20-bed program despite the fact that they'll have less than half the space. Meanwhile, they're creating much-needed flexibility and room for growth for the withdrawal services program. Local activists have long been clamoring for more detox beds in the city. In 2022, Thunder Bay had the highest rate of overdose deaths in the province. The activists say lives are lost when beds aren't available at the Balmoral Detox Center for the people who need them.
The space in Balmoral is split between two floors. It's very tight. We're using every nook and cranny we can, and we have to separate the services between those two floors. There's a steep set of stairs, so the renovations will allow us an opportunity to develop safer space, purpose-built space for the services that we're providing on that continuum of care.
Docherty says patients in acute withdrawal need to be checked on every 10 to 15 minutes or every hour or two once they've reached the stabilization phase. The split-level building on Sibley makes that much more difficult for staff.
It was really important for us to not have to limit our services while we do those much-needed renovations. So co-locating those services here at Oliver Road allows us to maintain our service level that the community needs and expects and stage those much-needed changes in the space.
St. Joseph's Care Group is looking for feedback from clients and staff right now as they start planning the renovations. Docherty says they'll be looking to engage with neighbors and the general public soon.
Addiction really does touch all of our lives, and so this opportunity to do that planning with not only the clients that we serve, but our community at a broader level is really important to us.
Lee Noonan, TBT News.
Some tragic news from the Fort Frances area today. Officials with New Gold are reporting a workplace fatality at its Rainy River mine. In a media release, New Gold expressed its deepest regrets as the company confirmed an industrial accident took the life of one of their employees early this morning. According to the release, the worker was operating a piece of equipment in the open pit when they were fatally injured. An investigation is underway to assess the cause of the accident, and the Ministry of Labor is also involved. Operations at the mine have been voluntarily suspended for the time being. Another Thunder Bay police officer is facing criminal charges. Ontario Special Investigations Unit has announced the results of their probe into an incident last year. Constable Marshall Moore has been charged with assault causing bodily harm. It's related to an incident in June 2023, which resulted in a serious injury to a 30-year-old man. Moore is scheduled to appear in court next month. The Police Oversight Agency says because the matter is now before the courts, they will not provide further details or comment on the investigation. A city police spokesperson says Moore is currently not on active duty. He's been a constable on the force since 2015. The next scheduled general election is still more than a year away, but the federal Conservatives are already getting ready for the recently expanded Kenora-Kiiwetinoong riding. Current MP Eric Melillo has announced he'll be running for a third time whenever the next federal vote is held. Justin Hardy has more.
Kenora MP Eric Melillo has officially announced he will be running again for the Conservatives. Melillo was first elected as a member of parliament in October of 2019. At age 21, he became one of the youngest MPs ever elected to the House of Commons. He was reelected by a comfortable margin in the 2021 federal vote. Melillo says it's been an honor to serve the riding over the past 5 years, and with Pierre Poilievre as leader now, he's excited about the party's chances of victory this time.
I'm happy with the work I've done, proud of the advocacy I've done standing up for Northwestern Ontario, I'm just hopeful to be able to earn the support of residents again, and like I said, serve hopefully in on the government side of the aisle after this next election. So a lot of work is going to lead up to that. Of course, we're still a year and a half or so away from that election, but we want to get a start early.
The riding boundaries in many parts of Canada were recently redrawn. In regions like the Northwest, the ridings are massive compared to their major urban counterparts. The Kenora riding was redrawn in 2022 and will become Kenora-Kiiwetinoong for the next election. Melillo says the new look riding does come with some challenges.
Been back for just a few weeks this summer, but already trying to put as many miles on as possible so that I can get around that district. And the riding's actually going to be slightly smaller in the next election. We'll be losing four First Nations in the Northeast to Superior North, but it's still a very large geography to cover and a diversity of issues. But I think that's what makes it such an honor to serve a riding like ours.
Melillo is the first in his riding to announce his candidacy, and he doesn't know just yet who he will be running against. Justin Hardy, TBT News.
The Anishinaabe-Aski Police Service has quietly relocated its headquarters in Thunder Bay. NAPS officials won't comment on the move, but the sign on the new building is hard to miss. NAPS is the largest First Nations police service in Canada, and they're now operating out of an office complex on the corner of Balmoral and William Streets. The police headquarters was previously based in an office building on Court Street South for the past 15 years, which is now vacant. The move began a few months ago, and the new headquarters won't be open to the public until the fall. There was no formal announcement about the change, and NAPS officials have declined requests for interviews. The city's Live on the Waterfront concert series continues tonight. This is the second week that the free concerts are taking place at Marina Park, and they'll continue every Wednesday until the end of August. Joel Mendelson is standing by with the coordinator of Recreation and Cultural Division, Callie Hemsworth, and he joins us live from the Waterfront. Joel?
Thanks, Riley. I'm here with Callie Hemsworth at the Waterfront. Now, Callie, who are the bands going on stage tonight, and where are they from?
We've got a great lineup for tonight. So right now on stage from 6 to 7, we have the Cartwrights, and they're a local fan favorite from Thunder Bay. At 7 o'clock, we have Burke Chaudouin, who's a Métis artist from Saskatchewan. And then our headliner at 8 p.m. is Clarel, who's from Montreal, but originally from Cameroon. And he's going to be singing some beautiful mix of soul, folk, and jazz, and even some French chanson, I believe. So definitely encourage everyone to come on out and check out the live music tonight.
Sounds amazing. It's such a beautiful night out here. Given the temperature, how big of a turnout are you guys expecting?
We're hoping for a great turnout. I mean, it's such beautiful weather, like you said. So, we really encourage people, if you're just finishing up your dinner, come on out. It's going to be a beautiful night.
And in case anyone's watching and do want to head out down here, what time is this going to wrap up tonight?
So the event goes every Wednesday from 6 until 9 p.m. and we have a lot of great activities. We've got arts activities and games. It's a very family-friendly event, so come on out.
Thank you so much. Back to you, Riley.
Thank you so much, Joel. Oh, that looks like so much fun. More construction-related road closures are scheduled for the intersection of Memorial Avenue and the Harbour Expressway. City officials are warning drivers about full overnight closures and detours of the main artery, followed by daytime lane closures. The busy intersection is scheduled for 2 periods of closures for the installation of new traffic light signals and repaving. Starting at 7 o'clock tonight, the roadway will be fully closed to all traffic and will reopen at 7 a.m. The nighttime closures will wrap up Saturday morning. Then next week, daytime lane closures will be in effect.
During the night work, it will be closed, so traffic will be on Fort William Street to detour around. Otherwise, you can take Carrick or go over to Balmoral Street to kind of continue our north-south route during that time. We will still have access to local business in the area, but the intersection itself will be closed, so if you do have to get to your business shopping in the area, during that time you can still get to it, but you'll just have to detour around the sites using the adjacent side streets.
Drivers can expect more nighttime closures of the intersection from August 6th to the 10th. Well, local fans of the classic story Peter Pan are in for a treat this weekend. Confederation College's Performing Arts Club has created their own rendition titled Never Neverland, The Chronicles of Peter Pan, and they're presenting it outdoors.
Dare you! I am Captain James Hook, the most brilliant and devious pirate in history!
The play features a cast and crew of around 20 people. There are 2 showings scheduled for this Friday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. outside the College Wellness Center. Proceeds from ticket sales will be donated to a charity to be named later. The story adaptation was written by the club's president, Jaron Brown, who placed dibs in the production. Brown explains his spin on this classic tale.
The story of Peter Pan is typically about, not wanting to grow up. So we really looked at the opposite of that, which is wanting to grow up too fast. So a lot of the conflict in the story comes from Wendy wanting to never grow up and her younger brother Michael, who thinks that he needs to grow up as quickly as possible.
Really the number one goal with this, aside from showing kids who come to what it means to grow up, is also just to bring adults and everybody of all ages a quick reminder of how fun it was when they were a kid. And we kind of hope to inspire that in everybody that comes to see the show.
Anyone wanting to check it out can purchase tickets at the box office, which opens 30 minutes before each show. Tickets can also be found online. Attendees are encouraged to dress for the elements and maybe bring some bug spray. Well, Haley, if it was happening today like the concerts are, I feel probably shorts and a t-shirt because it's a pretty nice day out there today.
Oh yeah, I might even wager even a fan would be a good thing to bring potentially, because it's only going to get warmer from here, but still today a lovely day as we mentioned. Almost a carbon copy of yesterday, a day so nice you get to see me twice. So 22 was the high for today once again, and the humidex made it feel basically the same as yesterday as well, making it feel like 24 degrees. Breeze hardly significant for most of the day, if so from the south, and fairly light. Our daytime low was 8 degrees, which happened around 6 in the morning. And the only real change was that our high came an hour earlier as well. So we saw it around 3 o'clock and it stuck around fairly nice with a mix of sun and cloud. Now for the rest of the region, most places were very lucky and got to see either very sunny or mostly sunny days. Red Lake is nice and sunny right now. They saw a mix of sun and cloud, but they're currently at 24, feeling like 26 with the humidex. Kenora in a very similar situation. And then there's a large pocket between Fort Frances, Atikokan, up to Uppsala, Dryden, and over in Sioux Lookout, all feeling like 23 right now under mainly sunny conditions. And Armstrong, 21, a little bit cooler, but they had a daytime low of just 4 degrees. So quite a lovely jump considering. And they're mainly sunny right now. Greenstone, nice and sunny, and at 21 as well. Marathon's at 22, and Wawa significantly cooler. They had a little bit more cloud coverage today. They're under mostly cloudy conditions, and they're at 19 right now. Sault Ste. Marie, they had overnight showers, so they saw that extend into their early morning hours, but clear out before noon, and they're now at 22 under mostly cloudy conditions as well. For Thunder Bay tonight, any clouds that we are currently seeing will be clearing away. We'll have a low of 11, so once again, very similar to last night with very calm breeze from the southeast. But I keep on teasing, we're only warming up from here, Riley, so it's gonna get hotter and better for fans, sunscreen, and shorts.
Perfect, and you know what? It's getting closer to the weekend, so I don't mind that one bit. Thank you so much, Haley. Well, some more good news for us Canadians. The Bank of Canada has cut its key lending rate by 25 basis points. We'll have more on that as your Wednesday News Hour continues.
We are increasingly confident that the ingredients are now in place